Hi, welcome to Speakers for the Dead. Last week an idea came to me at church. An idea to explain apologetics to the layman. Now, the idea here is to be able to explain things from the Bible, concepts from the Bible in very simple terms for the everyday person. Because most people you run into are not going to know everything that you're talking about. So the first thing we're going to do is go over the way I do apologetics so that it can help you guys going forward. Alright, without further ado, these are my 5 core tenets to being an apologetic minister in the streets. So when I'm talking with people, I have 5 things that I try to stay within when I'm trying to explain the gospel to somebody and discuss the world with them. So number 1 is apologetics doesn't have to be scary. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to know everything. You're not going to know everything. There's never going to be a time where you know the most in the world about anything, but you can know the basics and have a good ground to stand on. Now, number 2, I think apologetics should be friendly. When you're talking with people, you should be able to have a discussion and be happy and charitable about it. Now, number 3, I would say that apologetics should be friendly, like I said, charitable as well, and I think it should be conversational. You should be able to talk with the person, hear their points, and allow yourself to say, hey, you know what, you've got a good point there. I would say also that you should, number 4, avoid debates whenever possible, because you don't really want to have a debate with someone, because once you get in that debate mindset, it's your way against their way, and you're certain you're right, and they're certain they're right, and really nobody's listening to anything. So the best thing to do is make it conversational, explain your side of it, and agree with them when you think that they have some good points. Now the last thing, number 5, would be that I think apologetics should be fact-based. We shouldn't be doing apologetics on things that we're not really sure about. So the point being is that when you have a conversation with somebody and you're explaining the facts behind something, then you really have good ground to stand on. It's like Jesus said, build your house on the rock, not on the sand, right? So if you're having a conversation with somebody and all your apologetics is based on opinion, it doesn't really help because theirs is based on opinion as well. But when you have facts and they have opinions, then one of you is seeming to be more right. So what you can do is instead of debates, you can leave them with one thing and then move on and talk to them again later. This is called a apologetic tactic there's a book called Tactics, a Christian apologetic, and one of the best debaters in the world talked about it. He said the best thing you can do is just leave somebody with one thing and then leave it to somebody else to discuss the next thing with them. And if you have enough Christians doing this, then this person is actually hearing from all these different people things that help them to conclude that the Bible is actually correct, that Christianity is true, that Jesus died and rose again. So now that we've got these 5 things out of the way, let's move on to more topics for the layman, and we can explain more things from the Bible. Make sure to take notes if it's something a little bit more complex. If it's not, just try to make it lighthearted and just remember these things as best you can so that we can help the nation move back toward God. All right, thank you.